My name is William Forster, and this is my story. My childhood growing up, I grew up with a broken family. So my mom and dad split, and I kind of rebelled against that. But then my mom married my stepdad, and then we moved out to the country. And then just my stepdad was just more of an alcoholic, and it started getting more abusive, mentally abusive. I wanted to rebel against him. In my mind, I was like, well, I'll show him, and then, what led to being rebellious and getting in trouble in school and stuff. Trying things that I'm not supposed to be trying when I was young. What led me to get involved with using was being around certain friends I thought was my friends. And then that's what led to drinking. I started drinking when I was about 14 years old. And that's part of my stepdad letting me drink at home. Going to high school, I just ended up, someone's introduced me to new things, and I just tried it. My mom was my major impact in my life. It put a hurting on the relationship because she was always a Christian woman. So doing that kind of stuff she didn't like. But she's always there for me, forgave me. She's always prayed for me. She's always prayed that, I'd find God. And, at the time I was just rebelled because nothing was really going right. That part of life led me to associate with people, but still trying to people please, but trying to make money to use. People give me ideas and we'd go out and commit crimes to support our habit. And this one thing led to another, then I just didn't care about if I ever got in trouble or not. That's what led to my first 5 felonies. My first 5 felonies in one night. I was in and out of jail and prisons for over 18 years. My parole officer sent me to a halfway house in Owensboro. And there, I called Erin, and she told me my mom was in the hospital, so I just thought she was just sick. But then, Erin explained everything to me, and then I went to Tennessee, then all I knew was she was in a coma. And then I went back to Tennessee for I think a few more weeks till she passed. I didn't want to take a chance to not be there. What I turned to grieving about my mom was I just went back on drugs. I did as much drugs as I could to take pain, thoughts away, but it didn't do nothing. And all it did was cause more pain between me and Erin. Things I normally wouldn't do, I did just because I was clouded with drugs. Staying up for days, days and weeks is what I can. I ended up blacking out and driving and wrecking into a gas pump at Speedway. The E-Town cops came. They brought K-9, and I got arrested for what drugs I had. I ended up in jail, and I say it's my rock bottom because my fear is to be alone. And I lost my stepdad had nothing to do with me. My sister and them lived in another state. I lost my mom, and she was just basically all I had. I went to the chapel, I think the next night. I just bawled and just, my past, it wasn't my mentality that I normally do in jail. I sit in in the pod in the jail and just cry. Go to church, and I cried to the guys at church. And then, I got them to save me. They gave me a Bible. And then from then on, the weight really lifted because for once, I stayed away from anything illegal, even in jail. It was even offered to me and I turned it down. I ain't had an urge for a drug or a cigarette, no tobacco, nothing. I've been clean ever since I went to jail. That's when I just gave it up. For me and Erin, we started talking, and then I explained to her how I got saved in there. I explained to her my routine about reading the Bible. I got up every morning at 5 in the morning and read the Bible. I explained to her my situation, what I was doing, that I wanted to start going to church, that if she would find a church. And all the times she came up there to visit me, she drove by this church and seen it. And she just built up the courage to come here one day, and then she's helped me out with church notes and sent it to me in jail. So I started doing Bible studies in there. So yeah, when I was out, I was kind of excited, but I was kind of nervous in a way because I've never been around a lot of positive people. I explained about trying to get a job, and then a couple people told me about an opening. I actually got a job here the day me and Erin got baptized at the pool. So we got baptized together at the pool. For me, encouraging someone is, I share what I've been through. I still contact people in prison, and I encourage them by showing them what I'm doing out here, and I feel that they've changed. Now our messages to each other is, I'm praying for you, and I'm saying the same thing for him, and they're attending church, so I believe I impacted them when I was in there. Jesus has changed my life and my marriage. I believe he's provided me this path that I'm on now. I would definitely encourage somebody to, accept Jesus, because he's died for all of our sins. Life is just so much better.